Hello and good morning, my lovely viewers. How are we doing today? It is the MEOW Division semifinals. Hanamura Labor Union versus Team Number 1. I am here, Juicy That's a Long-Ass Dog McBooty, with my fellow caster, Endertricity. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great today, Juicy. So we are ready to go.
Amazing.
We're ready to go into this semifinals match for the MEOW Division Intramurals series. We're very excited to start, wrapping up this series that's been going on for I think more than a month now. So we've got this today, and then we're going to be doing finals tomorrow, I believe.
Ooh, do we have any favorites? Any predictions right off the bat as to the teams? Which one will come out on top?
I'm not one to pick favorites. I always say that.
Yeah, if I can find someone with the funniest name, I think I'll pick that team, and then we'll go with that. That'll be everything I base my whole judgment on.
Yeah. That being said, let's talk about the team, shall we?
Yes, please. Row us in. Editor, do the thing. Awesome. Here we're starting out with the Hanamura Labor Union. Oh god, I'm gonna butcher some of these names. You know what? They didn't give me the card, so I'm gonna blame the staff team. Thank you much for all the hard work you do. We have Soldier 76, QYNQ. We have Torbjorn, Elicides, Repulse on Ryan, Ralph on Anna, and Bink Plays Lucio. Excellent. Funny name so far. Good job, guys.
And next up, we are going to look at team number 1. And we are going to have, starting up, once I can get this open, Solo Kim on DPS, as well as Mook, then Zalan on the tank, finished with Sponge Babu and Nora. Okay,
you know what? I think we found it. Yeah, I think we found it. All right. Well, I guess I want Team 1 to win now. That's excellent. Okay, well, you know what? I think Team Number 1 has some very strong chance of victory based off their comedic value alone. I think their wit and tenacity are really going to shine through in this match, and probably their humor is going to take a big part in spinning the victory towards them. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts? I fully agree with you. I think they've got a great game plan. I think they've well organized going into this first, and I'm so excited to see what they can do.
Me as well. I think if we're going to be making any predictions, I'm going to have to slot my side with Team Number 1 for reasons that I will not be sharing with the rest of the class. I don't know if you have one yourself.
I have my reasons.
Okay. Oh, secretive. I like that. Let's see if I can pry that from you maybe towards the end of this match. You know, if we haven't seen any picks yet, and I'm not sure which of these heroes, if we'll be staying true to the banners that they have, but I would love to see some Moira Zen gameplay. I think anyone who can make that pull off, or can pull that off, is definitely a team worth watching.
I actually prefer not to see Moira Zen gamelay. I find that
really,
frankly, uninspiring. I don't like.
God, I don't like Moira Zen players. Cover your ears. Oh my goodness.
I don't like flex DPS. I don't like double flex meta.
Okay.
I want to see some.
But hear me out. It's funny, huh?
You're right.
Once again, my impeccable logic has really just won the hearts of my fellow casters. I'm so glad to be here, everybody. Thank you so much. Please invite me again. Please don't let my contract drop. I beg you. All right, first map of the day. We have Oasis. Okay,
Oasis. So, time to go into the Spio, which I go into every single control map, because as we know, all control maps are very balanced. What do you think we're going to see from both of these teams as we go into Oasis?
You know, in terms of like what the teams like and what they like to play, I'm afraid my my assistant didn't get me the memo this time, so I have next to no information. But I would love to see some dive. I would love to see some monkey up in the front, maybe even some ball, and just the two tanks jumping in and seeing how the teams can follow up with each other. Ideally, with some well-honed teamwork, as we've come to know from our intramural matches.
Did you say the two tanks?
I meant like the tanks on each team, but yeah, I mean,
this guy's living in the past.
I am. People call me a boomer. They call me extremely old and that I should really move on with my life. But I tell them I haven't taken my meds yet.
I tell them we're still here talking about video games on the internet, and we're going to be here until the day you die.
Exactly, and we're gonna profit off of you. My contract stipulates that I get $1 million in Overwatch credits every year for what I'm doing. And well, if that doesn't happen, then I'm gonna have to talk to my manager because I may have been lied to.
You're getting paid?
Yeah. So moving on to the match, where it looks like we're gonna
wait,
see.
that's not... You're just sending me Monster Energy.
Yeah. Tank, two tanks. Yep. They're lighting up. They have the skins. They do the things. Yeah. I'm a caster. I know what I'm talking about.
That's our job.
That's what we do.
That's what
we do. The talk. All right. Looks like. Ooh. Okay. So not quite the dive tank compositions that I was thinking earlier, but we do have some rush. It looks like. I'm excited to see if whether they'll use the Liza high ground or not, or whether they'll just be fighting in the middle of point.
So, Team 1 in the red and Horizon Labor Union in the blue. As HLU, they're taking first presence off of this point, standing fast with the Reinhardt in front. However, they are going to choose to move around a little bit as team number 1. They're choosing to take the high ground here. Honky's got some good angles here, standing on the point with the Soldier 76, just waiting for the rest of HLU. Or sorry, one into them. But it's a big anti-nade coming in from the side of Nora, and Solokin already founding 1 kill. Now it's the second one on this Ashe, doing so much damage up from the high ground. Now it's choosing to move forward onto the point. However, has gone a little bit too far. It's falling low. However, Grumpy Mook on the Sojourn has found another kill, and this is going to be team
the right charge.
Team 1 cleaning up the kills and getting first capture at this point.
Well, it doesn't look like quite yet. Ah, okay, now the team decided that yes, we probably do need this point and decided to take it. Nice, first round. Okay, well, looks like unfortunately Ryan is beaten back this time. I'd really love to see the aggression from the entire team. Either they take the high ground or they go for points, just grouping up and going together. Looks like Zalan so far in the lead with the... Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. Repulse is in the lead with the ult charge. This Shatter is probably going to be the big fight winner here, because right now they have nothing to defend against it, but looks like red team is currently spread out pretty far. Oh, okay, and the point just switches over. Why not?
Number 1, they do give up control of the point. However, they have found a kill onto Taichu with Zalan's knife. The Boops try to push Zalan onto the road, but however, is not going to be able to do that. However, Zalan, 1 kill, now the second. But the thing is, the rest of team number 1, they've decided to move forward, and Solkin finding a headshot. There's a nice shot onto Rao. However, this whole time this has been going on, Horizon Labor Union, they have control of the point, and they are going to clean up the fight.
Oh, Team SpongeBob, I'm cheering for you guys. Alan, you can't be isolated like that. Oh man, our dudes was all out alone towards the rocks, or not the rocks, but the cars, isolated in a terrible position. Come on, team, you gotta help out your tank.
Zalan learning not to play in traffic. As the rest of team number 1, they're going to be moving in to contest this point once again. There's a lot of point presence in from Horizon Labor Union.
I'm really looking forward to see how we're going to use our ults here, because we got like 5 versus 5, and just as I say that, okay, let's just pop everything.
And it's a lot of good damage done from Zalan. It's that ultimate, the Rampage, or whatever it's called, doing so much damage, and the anti-heals onto Horizon Labor Union. As team number 1, they're going to clean up this fight. Finishing up, cleaning up the point. Now, team number 1, they are down in the percentage points, but they do have control right now, and some ultimates.
Quite a few ultimates there. You know what? Like, as Overwatch is and Overwatch does, it was a little bit chaotic towards the beginning there. I think I managed to catch out that giant nade thrown by Naravi to start out the fight and help clean up with the first ultimate from our Junker Queen. And I believe it's called, I think it's Rampage, right? If someone in the chat can tell me, I'll give you 20 bucks. V-Bucks.
We can't promise that.
After 300 years.
Finds an opening pick onto Ponky, gets a nice headshot. And that is going to push the rest of Horizon Labor Union back. However, I say that, but they are moving forward, finally taking this opportunity to go up onto the high ground. This is what they needed to do to contest some of this. Repulse decided to take the fight to him, almost gets the kill onto Grumpy Mook. However, the rest of his team is cleaning up.
Ash really took some evasive maneuvers there, and unfortunately, Ryan's just getting a little bit punished. I liked what he was trying to do by taking the high ground and the space up top, but doesn't look like his team is really able to follow him right now. I feel like every time HLU has decided to push forward, they've kind of been isolated. After the first time of pushing away the Junker Queen over by the cars, it doesn't look like a really coordinated push has been able to happen. Oh, okay. We're popping up some ults. Oh my god. Overwatch, Overwatch, Overwatch.
Another Rampage coming in, dealing a lot of damage onto Repulse. He falls, and now Solokin with the Bob, getting some more kills here on this point, and it's just Team 1 all across the kill feed.
Team 1 really cleaning up here. I think I want to say I heard the Molten Core coming out first, if I remember correctly, and after that it's kind of the green light for every other ult to be just slapped down.
Some nice plays. And you know, you mentioned the Reinhardt getting one of the first ultimates on the board there, and that would be crucial for finding the fight. However, I can't help but notice, I don't think that Rear Shadow was used the whole round, and it's because who is he going to use it on?
Yeah, no, the way that Team 1 was spreading their subs out and making sure that I think the only one that could have been shattered was the Zalan on Junker Queen. Nobody else was really in the area. They decided to take the high ground and spread out, and so that they couldn't be hit. It was really good decision making on their part, and I don't think that Ryan was able to find much value with that shatter at all, since, you know, didn't come out. But now we see a Doomfist. Hopefully we'll see a little bit of a dynamic change up here. But yeah, no, HLU has definitely decided, yeah, let's try another comp out.
I just realized, have I been calling them Horizon Labor Union instead of Hanamura? I think I have.
You know what? Cast was always right, and no one who can say anything otherwise would have.
That's true. Assigned Horizon that cast. Coming in with the Doomfist, Repulse deciding to go a little bit of a different direction this time around, and it seems to be working. They've got themselves point presence here. However, the IR starting to fall low. Ooh, Haichu falling super low here. However, it's going to be Repulse was the first one to fall, and now it's Team 1. They're finding the rest of the kills here on this point. A couple of pesky turrets left to deal with, but they have taken first control.
Yo, HLU, I'm not really sure what I'm seeing here with the... I kind of wasn't paying attention earlier, but a Doomfist, a Sim, a Tracer... They walk into a bar? Do they get out? Or do they hit the bar? I don't know, but it looks like, wow, okay. Yeah, HLU is really struggling to find this purchase on a possible fight here. I think they've kind of just been staggering in a little bit. Haven't really gotten a proper fight out in a little while. Right now, they're still kind of just dueling up in the front. What can we do to see any victory from HLU against this comp?
Oof. Repulse punches a couple into a wall, however, Ponky is going to be the one to fall, and HLU once again find themselves going into this fight 4v5, doing a little bit of damage here. Repulse making them sweat a little bit, but Zalan is so strong here on the point. I say that, but Repulse, they've gone in. It's a nice ionic grenade to save the rest of his team, and Repulse just can't get anything done on this Doomfist.
Dude, it's the classic Overwatch. Tank goes in, uses everything, but then cleanse, heal, immortality, just gets saved. Right now, oh man, I really want to see more value coming out of our tanks. Not just from these teams, but just Overwatch or Blizzard bluffing them in general would be great.
So great Rampage there, finding an anti-heal onto 3 opposing members. Ponky does find a kill, but Zalan trains it right back. Now, the rest of HLU, they are still getting pushed back, even as the point ticks up. This is a one-fight territory to finish out the map.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that our Repulse is able to find some big value here soon. We do have both support ultimates ready on HLU. Hopefully we're going to be able to find some value with it. As I speak, popping out there, Kitsune. Oh, on the window!
Oh, but Rauf is the one to fall immediately, even as the boost goes in onto Repulse. He's still not managed to find any kills, only gets one onto Nora. However, the rest of his team is following around him, and so does he.
Unfortunate. I don't think that was a single fight win from HLU this time. Really, the point presence by team number 1 here is just too dominating. Yeah, I think the comp really speaks for itself. That really solid support around Junker Queen here for team number 1 again for Zalan. Just the Doomfist that really tried to find his way in. Any purchase, any sort of... This is the play earlier, the one with the team fight with all the ultimates. Yeah. There's that giant nade we were talking about earlier as well.
Yeah. Okay, nice plays from team number 1 is going to put them in the lead in this series. Best of 5, I might remind you.
Best of 5. Okay, all right. Let's go pros. Great. From team number 1, fantastic. SpongeBob, you're perfect. No notes. HLU, I would really love to see more coordination with your tank, guys. I love what you're trying to do with the Reinhardt and the Doomfist. Fantastic ideas, but follow up. We get split a lot. What can we do? We gotta play together. We gotta play together, guys. If Repulse is gonna choose one tank to really hammer the idea of synergy into them, who do you think you should choose?
I'm not gonna lie, I was liking the Doomfist, I think.
Okay. Okay.
But maybe it's got to happen on a different map than University, right? Because on that first round on Garden, I think Reinhardt was the wrong choice because they just could not close the distance. They're constantly losing over to the high ground. I think a Doomfist could have done wonders there. However, that will really depend on what map they are going to choose to go to. Because like you said earlier, I want to see some dive from this teams. I think that would be a good thing that we didn't really see that at all from team number one. We only saw a little bit from HLU. So if we go to a really open map, I believe it's hybrid next. So we could possibly see some of that.
Yeah, I think you're right. You know what, I'm going to agree with you. For the Doomfist play and the Doomfist pick, fantastic. But the support from the team, the way the comp was not really centered around being able to help our Doom out. Like, we got a Baptiste who's not the best at healing the fast and mobile tank. Fast and mobile tanks. And what was it, a Kiriko, I believe? Yeah, not really able to follow up with the amount of initiative that Doomfist was trying to take with the space. And even then, I think both the DPS were kind of hiding in the corner because they didn't really have a choice against the Brawl comp that they were running up against in Team 1. And it looks like we have Noombani up next. And yeah, we got that high ground that we were talking about. Maybe Doomfist can be pulled out here.
Yeah, Doomfist. I think Diva is actually a very solid pick, especially on defense as you're using those high grounds in the first point. And then it changes a little bit as you go through the map, right? You go the stages, maybe that's the time.
You're really forced to take not play together, kind of like what I was mentioning earlier, where like, oh yeah, all the 4 or 5 of you should just go in at the same time. But here, you have to probably two different sets of high ground where you're going to be split between half your team, and I want to see how each team plays around that. Very interested to see, because now they'll be able to support their Doomfist from up top, and hopefully they won't be cut out so hard from being able to support their tank going in.
Definitely. As we get ready to go into this map of Nimbani, what are we seeing from these teams?
You know what I'm not seeing? Enough hydration. I'm not seeing enough hydration out here. Got some big water bottle. You can't see this. You won't be able to hear it. Big boy. If I had to fill it with one liquid, Monster Energy.
I agree.
Drinking one with the chat. Chat, I want to see all your water bottles out. Put that hydration in.
Hydration hasn't been playing since season 4.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
I didn't know that.
Yo, fun fact, I went up against Hydration in one of my random matches, and I didn't know who they were at the time. And all my friends were like, that's Hydration! And I was like, really? We just beat him. Are you sure? But yeah, no, he was cracked. It was a good time. But now let's focus on the match. Let's focus on things that are actually important, like hydration and who's going to win here. Looks like, we got Repulse back on the Rhine, and got Zalan still sticking their pick with the Junker Queen. Ooh, more rush. And we'll see how they approach it each differently. Looks like they're going underneath here.
Team number 1 deciding to go take the low ground on this first fight. But Repulse on the Reinhardt is going to take the fight to them. However, he's already fallen super low, and the Immortality Field is not doing enough to save him. The Life Grip does, and Ponky's found the first kill onto the opposing hit scan. Now, 4 versus 5.
Look at all this high ground control.
Ooh.
Oh? Oh no, SpongeBob kind of felt the caught left behind. Where did that come from?
Now, the rest of team number 1, they've done this huge rotation all the way up to the opposite high ground. However, Zalan is falling super low. Does have Nora on the Moira to come help them out a little bit. But the rest of team 1, they're very split from each other, and Repulse can just take this opportunity to take the fight to them. 2 kills already, and that's the fight already over.
God, a Torbjorn with overdrive, spamming it down a hallway?
That's scary. It's not as over as I thought it was, because it's the DPS on team 1 having this high ground advantage now that their opposition has been taken out, and the rest of them, they're moving forward.
Wait a minute. Tactical feed! Tactical feed! That's crazy! Okay, so apparently if you just decide to chase after a bit of a bait, you might say, the giving up the high ground, kind of a bad move. Unfortunate. Oh no! That's too bad.
A really great strategy from Team 1 now that I think about it. because they sent Zalen and Nora. Ooh, more relevant things to talk about. Huge shadow Repulse finding 3 kills already in this fight, and Ponky gonna finish off the last one.
Ooh, nasty shadow from Repulse, but doesn't save you quite from the criticisms we were giving you earlier. But you know what? You made up for it. You made up for it. That was pretty nasty. Pretty nasty.
Done enough policing for Team 1 already. Now we can talk about Repulse's Reinhardt as they are preparing for another fight here. Ponky almost finding a kill just before this fight has even started. However, the Tree of Life is going to be available for this upcoming fight, and it is going to go in. Ooh. Now Valen's falling super low, and Taichu falling that first kill. However, Nora going in with the Coalescence, but it's Ponky and Taichu finding so many kills with their DPS ultimates. As the rest of Team 1, they're going to be pushed back once again.
Yeah, really seeing these ultimates kind of being like, what is it, summoned all at once the green light has been hit. You know, one ultimate comes out and then everyone's like, oh, it's an ultimate. Guys, it's an ultimate. And it just busts out every single one of them.
That's a nice shot.
Nice shot, Funky. Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be slight trickling on as we continue. You know what? I'm seeing a bit of a pattern here. Hanamura Labor Company, really good at consistently keeping their position, but then every once in a while, maybe one small misplay, and then on that mistake, Team 1 is really good at capitalizing on that. Or if they have like a big ult like the Rhine Shatter from Repulse.
Rampage.
Okay, never mind. Zalana first.
However, they are really split from the rest of their team, and those health pools are not falling as low as I thought. But Repulse lands a 5-man shatter, and the rest of the team, they're moving forward to find these kills as Repulse and Raul, they all share a fate in that glory.
Oh my god. You're just told to sit down a second time. Sometimes we're gonna have to teach you this lesson, old man.
It's so much damage from the Soldier and the Torbjorn together, and the hit scans from team number 1, they haven't been able to contend. So now they decide to take matters into their own hands. Grumpy Buck switching over to the Bastion, pumping in damage, already trying to break through that Ryan shield. The amplification matrix have to come in from Raouf. However, it's Pinky Plays that's going to fall.
I really like Nora's position right here, hiding right behind the corner and avoiding the window. Still able to keep up with their team, and I like that they switched over to a Sigma too. It really shows you how they're respecting Repulse's shatters.
Yeah, you gotta have a shield. However, Taichu finding 1 kill with the turret. SpongeBob a little bit out of position, as much as we love the guy.
Oh,
now
green light, green light, green light!
It's a leaving absolutely nothing for Ponky to clean up. And that's the 3rd time we've seen a shatter just absolutely take Team 1 out of this map.
Yeah, Repulse is really dominating with these Qs here, man. Like, one ultimate, all the other ults come out, but they're too late. They're just too late. Even green light, even though they've been conditioned like Pavlov's dog, the ult after they hear one ult, Ryan is just really just shattering the entire team. Oh man, who needs follow-up when you choose to kill everybody?
Big ult advantage from the side of team number 1 over here. Tree of Life coming in to try to sustain the damage a little bit, but Solokin's got a nice off angle here. However, it's Ponky on the front lines finding the Bob already. And that's 1 ultimate down. Now, the rest of team number 1, they're still advancing on this main point, waiting for the Tree of Life to expire. And now the Gravitic Flux coming in from Zalen. However, it doesn't find anything.
Okay, but that flank though, that flank by Solokin, really buying the opportunity in the
and it's another shatter.
Nearly.
However, it doesn't find the follow-up. It's a charge that goes in now. A bit of a suicide mission as Repulse. They're going to take so much damage here. The Bastion pumping in damage through the shield, and Repulse is going to fall. Now, they do have to contend with an amplification matrix from Raouf. However, Zalans decides to just walk right through it and find a couple of kills as Grumpy Mook sends in the artillery to clean up the rest of this fight.
Oh, dude, we were just talking about it too. You know, that one mistake Repulse makes just sends the fight over for team number 1. And looks like that charge just going a little bit too far after getting a little too greedy was that start. Oh, but we're at 20 seconds left. Hopefully we can see more of this. I would love to see Solokin go for yet another flank. Really buying the opportunity, or buying opportunities? Can you buy those? Yeah, cheap opportunities, or expensive opportunities, as you don't find them super often.
Solokin falling a little bit low. Is anyone going to be standing on the point? Guys, stand on the point.
Guys?
Stand on the point.
Oh no.
Please.
Oh no. Team?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I'm saying that Grumpy Buck and Taichu, they've each exchanged 2 kills. Taichu's finding another one. How has he managed to get behind the team number 1 here? Nora's handed the Monster Energy Nano Boost onto Zalan. However, it's still going to be the end of them, as Hanamura Labor Union are going to stop it right here.
My goodness. Okay, even though we had just a little bit of Rhine feeding, you know, I am definitely one who is not above doing a little bit of trolling myself, coming out from
part of the job.
Yeah, it is part of the job. Sometimes you gotta feed to win, you know. But team number 1 does capitalize off of that, and I want to give a big shout out to the Ashe there, Solokin, for taking that off angle that you mentioned. Oh my god, the way that they were able to keep the soldier away too with the dynamite, and after that, I believe that the nade, I can't remember thrown from who, was able to kill or finish off the soldier. That was the one pick that was needed for I want to say Zalan, yeah, on a Sigma. On their Sigma to really flux in and just initiate a further fight. And that one pick and that one flank, kind of the gateway for everything else. I'd love to see players cook like this because I believe HLU was kind of standing all in one place, you know, supporting their Rhine as one is to do on Rush, and really taking advantage of that Solokin's off angle, just open the door for all these opportunities. Expensive opportunities. I want to see more of that.
Yeah, we got a bit of a bad rap there on the first map of Oasis when we saw the Reinhardt not being able to do much, but now we're seeing the strength of that composition coming in.
Yeah, those shatters! Oh my god! The shatters.
Absolutely.
Hi, Solo Kid. This is real. Yes, we love to see the players interacting with the community, the beloved fans. Chat, I want you all to say Poggers. Is this Poggers, chat? Yes, it is, Solo Kid. Yes, it is. Especially when we get to see Rhine on attack every single time. Who needs dive when you have Rhine?
HLU choosing to take this high ground advantage as fast as they can, and they're going to take the fight straight to them.
Yes! Look at this. Really walking with the Reinhardt, booping Salon somehow.
Oh.
Yeah, hate to see it.
Okay, such a scrappy fight going on in this corner. So much damage going on to Solokin, but it is going to be Bink Blaze who's going to fall first. Solokin finding 2 kills on that ledge, and it's just Pocky left on the point. Ponky. Taken out.
Ponky. See, this is what you want to see. Do you see how the entire team was ready to run with our Rhine in this instance? And then Rhine pinning forward, deciding to go right in the face of the DPS. And even though he ended up getting pushed off the map, that space that he bought was crucial to push and getting that at least that one tick. And you know what? Maybe they didn't win it this time, but they're going to. At this rate, with that kind of play, this is guaranteed to have more results than before when we were split up.
Now, some ultimates. Or specifically just one ultimate onto Solokin. She's going to be able to throw that bobbin onto the high ground. Do a little bit of damage. However, it's Rauf with the amplification matrix who finds a kill onto Noravi, and the rest of the team, they're still pushing forward, finding a couple more kills onto the point, and now it's Zalan just alone.
Ooh, that window up top there was nasty. What can you do about that? There's no cover to be made. There's nowhere to go. Just high ground to kind of jump down and get shot at. I think Solokin was the first to go down to that window, and oh my goodness, that was in good space too. See, because Repulse, you walked up with your BAP. You walked up with your BAP, and they were able to use Q. Able to buy that space, and look at that. You just won that fight. I'm loving this. See, even if it's not dive, seeing the Rhine here push, like, forcing Rhine on every map with a team that knows how to play with the Rhine. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. That's what I want to see. What are we going to have to see from team number 1 in order to counteract this current momentum that HLU has?
I don't know what I want to see, but what I do want to see actually is a couple more poggers in the chat. So Pocky as
poggers.
Oh, another Earth Shadow coming in. However, the kills are going to be follow up. Taichu finds one, and now it's the Immortality Field that saves Repulse, but just for a second. Ultimates exchanged on both sides. However, it is Team 1 that is finding the kills here. Taichu is going to be forced to retreat a little bit as Team 1 pushing forward, and they have reclaimed control of the point here.
Dude, look, I know that I said that I would cheer for Team SpongeBob, but Repulse is kind of just embodying everything I do on Rhine. I roll, I troll, I feed, I charge, I shatter, no one dies, and then I get ulted. You know, that's just seeing too much of myself, so I can't help but feel bad whenever there's a 4 or 5 man shatter and nothing happens. It's so sad.
Taichu moving in forward with the Molten Core, laying down that honey, I'll call it, onto the ground in front of the payload. However, it's the members of Team 1. They find a couple kills. However, it's immediately traded back from the DPS from the side of HLU, as they now have a one-man advantage, and they're still pushing this point.
You know what we should say is Taicho should definitely be the yellow light instead of green light, because every single time that this person ults, like Molten Core, they just yell Molten Core and everybody goes forward. It is like the flag for everybody to charge. I love it. Taicho has consistently gotten those ultimates to begin the fights, and here's yet another one.
Zalan switched over to the Winston to contest this point early, and
oh, that's a little awkward. That's a little unfortunate.
You know what we call that.
See it. Yeah, an oopsie.
I have another word. 2 words, actually, or rather a word and a number.
Oopsie poopsie.
But before we go into that, let's take a look at this play of the game from Repulse. It's one of those incredible Earth Shatters from that first round.
Dude, story of my life. There's like 4 or 5 of those in this entire game. All right, and then still, even with those, like, you know what? You managed to kill everybody almost every time you shot. But I think out of the 7 ones, there was those two that nobody died. Man, they should be nicer to the tanks in this game. They should really buff us, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. That's right. Us 2 tank players, we don't have any biases or anything, right?
No, of course not.
No, not at all. No. Okay. What I'd love to see, exactly the notes. They must have heard me, right? They must have heard me through the mic, through the casting couch, right? They must have heard that we wanted them to run together. Yes, yeah, I'm going to call it that. HLU, fantastic job, really grouping up together and fighting based off of your ride. Or sorry, based off of point pivoting around. Running around. Circling around. I'm riffing here. Based off of your ride, playing around your ride. Got the words. There we go. And team number 1 really finding that one off angle flank. I'm gonna keep mentioning that. Beautiful, finding the opportunity, and even with the debate strategy where they forced HLU off the high ground, just off of the 2 that were running away. Fantastic. Want to see more of those plays, guys. We need more of that in shit.
Yes. Now, for the Flashpoint map, that's what's going to be next. We are going to be heading towards New Junk City. What do you think of this?
You know, 5 CP is, honestly, I really like it. It's like 2 CP used to be, you know, you roll 1 or 2 sites and it's just done. At least in this game mode, you have a chance to get back out of like the giant map that is there, and more opportunities for fights to really happen around an area that isn't just defense offense. You know, you got to run to it still. The respawns are a bit longer. It's not like 2CP where you have to you have super spawn advantage or not super spawn advantage, which can get pretty boring, and just stall. Stall was such a huge problem then. So I actually really like this game mode. What about you?
I haven't played it a ton, but I do think that it has the good parts of Control, where it's just a constant action over and over again on the same points. However, one thing it does, it's more dynamic somehow, the Control. It's very chaotic because that timer just ticks up so fast, and before you even know it, you're already moving on to the next point.
That's true. I don't know why, but it just feels like this one is, even though it should be this exact same speed, it just feels faster whenever you're taking points on 5CP. It's kind of crazy.
Well, it is faster, actually.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, you know what? Then I'm not crazy, and actually, I'm sane, and you're all crazy. But looks like Zalan's sticking on our good old Drunken Queen, and we have, this one we have a Discord Orb in the speed. We're gonna see how Solican and Grumpy are able to take and hold space here. Oh, but Repulse is matching and mirroring. We love a mirror matchup.
Ooh, yeah. So Ana plus Zenyatta, this is a super offensive support composition coming into the side of Team 1. Right, they really want to pump in those damage, the Discord Orb, the anti-heal. Zalan's just decided to take first engagement. However, the rest of Team 1, they're falling very low already, as Taichu on the Tracer now. This is a little bit different this time. It's going for an off angle, still looking and taken out by Ponky. Now it's 4v5 on the point, and the Nora, they're going to keep running away here as the rest of HLU, they're moving forward in for the kills.
Nice. I think Pongi and Solokin have been really the 2 most consistent in terms of their picks, and finding maybe an opening one at the very start of the match. Taicho is also incredible at opening up the fights with an ultimate, but now that they're not on Torbjorn, we get to see their Tracer plays and see how they play with that. Not sure how well we're going to do against SpongeBob against Taicho. It might be that the targeting is going to go after our scared little Zen over here. Hopefully they're able to survive.
Yeah. Taichu once again finding an off angle at the start of this fight. I've already spotted SpongeBob. So fun to say.
No.
But the rest of the team, see, HLU, they have a good position on this point. However, it's the Discord orbs raining in from the side of SpongeBob, who already found 1 kill. As Norby and Solo can team up for another. And team won.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm predicting just from the way that this is going, and kind of the thoughts I had at the start of this match was that the DPS are really going to be the ones that shine in these, because it doesn't look like the tanks are really taking point at all. They're really just going for fights wherever it's favorable, and the spam that's going to come from SpongeBob's Discord, as well as the Ash shots just going down the lane, and Ponky, who's been able to find picks pretty consistently this entire game, that was going to be the deciding factor. So whichever one gets the first pick is basically tip the scales in their favor.
First. Coalescence going in from the side of Bink Blaze, however, it's traded out by a Transcendence from SpongeBob. Grumpy Muck finding 1 kill with that Railgun, but it's SpongeBob that finds a nice shot onto Ponky, takes out that Tactical Visor just as he was being casted. And Team 1, they're finding the rest of the kills of this fight and pushing HLU back once again. And this point, it's taking up real high. I don't think HLU is going to be able to contest this before it finishes up.
Yeah, it'd be smarter to just give up to the next one and go on and set up early. Like I said, Solo can finding that early pick on Ponky, you know, the 2 DPS that are made for picks on themselves. Oh, but apparently we were wrong. Looks like they were able to touch last second. Maybe something big can happen here, but this is not a very favorable position.
Kitsune Rush coming in from Norby. However, Grumpy Muck is going to be taken out from the pulse bomb. All the players on HLU falling super low, and that's 3 kills to the Ash.
Solokin with the Bob.
It was a nice attempt, I have to admit. It's definitely good to keep contesting these points, get some ultimates out of them, but it is still going to be Team 1 on top.
Yeah, man, someone's got to shut Solokin down ASAP, but with Discord Orb and Harmony and then playing so close together, like, that is looking pretty rough right now. I'd love to see some off angles or possibly some other, maybe some spam? Maybe Ponky could go like a Hanzo. I'm not sure exactly what their player pool is, but Taicho going a Reaper here? Don't know, man. Someone's got to deal with the Ash. Not sure how that would be for you guys, but right now Solokin going unchecked is kind of winning them games.
I think so, but that might be why Repulse swapped over to the Doomfist here. And Norby finding that first kill onto Bink Blaze.
Okay.
And finding another kill as well. They've got the presence here on the point and the kills they need.
Oh no, do you think, okay, is Ponky going down first a matter of team number 1 having really good targeting, or do you think that he's out of position? Because I haven't really seen him far from his team. Usually they're all stuck together. Oh, hello, Taicho.
So Taicho tries to find an off angle here, however, he's going to be repulsed back, if I may say.
Caster jokes. Oh, Taicho goes down early. Interesting. Nora finding that pick.
Xiling could just really stand here in this window, pumping out damage with impunity, getting heals from the side. Now, it is going to be HLU. They're finally taking this opportunity to push forward a little bit. However, they do have to deal with Xiling, and they don't. Else is going to be the first one to fall.
Okay. Probably popping an ultimate a little bit afterwards. Not sure if that was just a heat of the moment decision or if we needed it, but you know what? I support it anyway, because we love using ultimates for fights. Oh, yeah. Slow clean up from team number 1. Man, okay, guys, hear me out. Kill Solokin. Huh? HLU? Guys, we just have to kill this one guy. The Discord makes it really hard. I know, I understand, but I believe in you. We gotta maybe switch up our team comp so we can support our Doom again, because Repulse is really doing his best. Yeah, sorry, doing their best to really get in there and initiate for the fight, but there's like no support for them. We gotta be able to help them out.
That's a good point. And we do see Ponky switching over to the Sombra. That might be a good thing. Could definitely get some off angles onto SpongeBob. I know it's getting very difficult with Nora there to support them. We'll see what they're able to do. That doesn't help though.
Oh my Solokin! Once again, guys. What did we say the problem was?
Repulse falling super low, does get life grippied out, but the rest of his team is falling around them.
You should just say life grippied out.
I'd like my lawyer present. Things get a little crazy here on the casting couch.
Yeah, sometimes I like to sip from my monster energy, but with my pinky up. I know.
Yeah.
I do it with it raised in the air as I take a little sip. You know what I mean?
Actually, his name is Ponky, not Pinky.
Oh, I'm sorry. Internet gaming, you know how it is. But oh my god, Solokin almost finds another one. Jesus, someone stop this person.
Oh, we found the person to stop him. Haichu coming in with the Death Blossom, finding 3 kills. His Ponky cleans up a 4th. And now it's just Zelen, last man standing here on the point. As HOU, it seems like it's been a long time, but they finally found an opportunity to come back into this map.
Dude, when was the last time you saw a Reaper TPing manning backline and ult and actually kill people? Huh? Thank God it happened today. Good stuff.
Now,
it's been ages.
Looking for a bit of an off angle here, trying to get behind Team 1.
Yes, being a little sneaky. I like this.
However, they are going to path the other way, so Norabi's already scouted this out. So, good decision.
You know what? Soldier is the best choice to be on the flank, right? Because he can heal himself and keep up and maybe at least pressure or annoy Solokin.
So Bob goes in once again from Solokin, finding so much damage, and SpongeBob wins the duel against Ponky. That's a big one, as Solokin finding even more kills. Even with the Kitsune Rush from the side of HLU, the Haichu doing so much damage there isn't going to be enough.
Props to Grumpy Mook for really keeping up with the tank and applying like general pressure, but Solokin is really just the nail, or not the nail, sorry, the hammer to the nail that is a lot of Grumpy Mook. That and I guess the SpongeBob would be electricity powering the hammer drill, because man, that damage and the precision in which they're stomping out the first pick is insane. Oof.
Oof. And they're not even going to be able to take the point. As team number 1, they had it rough the last map, but they're back in control here, now taking the series 2-1, and now they're on match point.
Yeah, guys, really seeing that problem we mentioned earlier. I mean, I know we were running Ryan only in the beginning, but we have to follow them. We have to follow our Ryan in, and that Ashe, Solokin's Ashe, is really just stopping everybody. Kind of like a mobile turret. It's just really annoying in the backline, getting those picks. We've got to deal with them.
Yeah, sure thing.
What can we do? Let's do some brainstorming. Let's open those brain juices up. If we want to jump on Ashe, who is pew pew shooty shooty, do we go shield again? Ryan's kind of just getting a shield eaten up. What about a diva? We could do dive. But I don't know if this team comp.
You were talking about the flanks, those off angles, right? And you said soldier would really go for that.
Yes.
Let me throw out a proposition to you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Soldier running around, right? Finding those flanks. Makes a lot of noise. You know who doesn't make noise?
Zenyatta?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, let's get this man in the kitchen.
If Zenyatta was not supposed to flank, they would have given him footsteps. As we heard them searching for... I believe an escort map is going to be up. Oh, a push map, I should say.
And with all these great ideas, you must be drinking a certain beverage that I'm thinking of. But you know what? There's no way to prove that.
I got my handy bottle of water right in front of me right now.
Excellent. Good choice. I'm going to do what the streamers do, and I'm going to redeem a hydrate, chat. You guys don't have to take a drip of water with us. All right. I don't know what HLU plays, but I would love to see something to counter Ashe. That's what I know I've said this before, and I'll say it again. This is just the critical... What is the word? The quintessential nugget of how do we beat team number 1? Our labor union. You need to beat Solokin. You need to get in their head, and you need to destroy them. Without the Solokin buff, they will crumble. You have to do this. You must.
So, Colosseo is going to be our map of choice as we go into this round of push for the 4th map in the series. And I think, so here's the deal, right? HLU, they've been playing mostly the same thing for these 3 maps here. And we saw a lot of success from them on Nimbani, right? It was night and day.
Yeah.
The first and third map. But the thing
Absolutely.
is, the DPS for Team 1, they've been playing the same thing, and it was really just the positioning that was so good from HLU as they were able to take that corner, for example, and then through the streets phase.
Yeah.
And the reason for that, I think, is just the super high damage output that Grumpy Buck and Solokin, their long-range hit scans, they couldn't quite compete as they had to turn around that corner. And I think Colosseo could be the same thing. They might be looking at a nice advantage here for the side of HLU.
Okay, so we're thinking a corner buff is really going to support HLU's attempts to push past Solokin's damage, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's something
especially without those long angles.
It's something that you weren't really able to find on that previous map of Flashpoint, but they might be able to have it here.
Wait, it's a diva! Repulse is whipping the diva out. Oh my god, what a varied tool set that they have. And we see Taicho on the Hanzo that we were talking about earlier in order to battle with Solokin. This is looking really good. This is looking very good for HLU in order to oppose Team Number 1. No changes much from Team Number 1's team comp, but here on HLU, I'm seeing promising things.
Team Number 1 deciding not to fix what's not broken, as these teams are going to start meeting up here on the center point. Ponky is going to have a nice time with his long sight lines. However, I can say the same thing for Grumpy Muck and Solokin DPS on the side of Team Number 1, as first blows are starting to be exchanged here.
We got an isolated tank. What are we going to do here? Those corners coming into play, just like you mentioned.
Yeah. HLU, they're starting to take a little bit more of a forward position here. They want to get this bot moving as fast as they can. However, Zalan is moving forward, already demexed the Diva, and finding so much damage onto Ponky now. The revive is almost going to be able to come in right in the middle of them. But Zalan and Solokin, they're finding so much damage here. And it's a knife in the back of Bink Plays to finish it off.
Yeah, unfortunately, Pookie, goodness gracious. Ponky being so far forward with fighting right in front of his line, even with like the support of the entire team behind him, the damage just right in front was funneled right into our DPS here on HLU. Unfortunately, it goes down first, so gonna have to see that off-angle position, because really you could have focused down Zalan based on where they were, but man, sticking out so close during that is exactly where that hero excels in taking down their enemies, so not optimal for Ponky. But Solokin, again, finding the first pick. Oh, they traded, actually.
They traded, yeah. But that Mercy coming in clutch from Rauf brings it back up to a 5v4. Now, Repulse found so low on the Diva is going to be demeched as Grumpy Muck. Now they're going to have a nice time here on this point. Free reign to find some kills. However, it's Ponky just trades it out with 2 kills of their own and finding more and more damage onto Zalan. They're going to finish this off and start pushing the bot themselves.
I didn't notice who the first pick or who went down was, unfortunately, but I'm willing to bet, like, true to form, it was either Solokin or Ponky finding that first kill, really enabling the rest of their team to push.
Technically, it must have been Taichu because the projectile would have had to hit Solokin.
You're right. You're right. What do I know? Good thing I have my fellow caster here, drinking the beverage of an intellectual.
That's our job.
Yep. We drink and we talk.
I don't think we're drinking. Repulse falls too low and falling at the beginning of this fight as the Kitsune Rush comes in from Noravi. However, Rauf with the Valkyrie is going to be bringing Repulse right back into this fight, as he is going to be forced to fall back a little bit. And it's the Bob coming in from Solokin. They're going to be doing so much damage unless HLU can find some corners to hide around. But it is Team Number 1 as Solokin pushing the Bob forward, his own personal turret, to find a couple more kills.
Yeah, there's that ult starting out from Solokin again, really initiating the fight. And a dirty little stagger here from Zalan. Oh man, come on HLU. Come on, use those corners that we said that you can obviously hear us talk about. I want to see you avoiding that the line of sight.
Super aggressive rampage coming in. Okay, I don't know. That's they do find the kill onto Taichu, and Zalan actually does manage to get out. It's the self-destruct coming in from Repulse, however, not going to find anything. And the remake, ooh, that was cutting it really close. Big Plays finds 1 kill with the Coalescence, however, it's traded right back out by our trusted Solokin. However, Ponky is moving forward, finds a kill with the Tactical Visor, and Repulse getting another one. Ponky now taking the fight into his own hands as to clean up the rest of the kills.
Dude, how does Zalan keep getting away with that? Like, ult straight into 5 of them, somehow backs away, and then they even found a pick based off Grumpy Book? Like, oh. What is this magic? What is this? Just Junker Queen with her shields?
Yeah.
Did she get a buff when I wasn't looking?
Honestly, I think she did.
Of course, yeah, because she's the one who needed it. But anyway, I digress. Come on, let's see you, HLU. Use those corners. There's a really good spot for you to be in here. Doesn't look like our DPS are able to get a clean shot on you guys, so you should be abusing that as much as you can. Zalan walking up, maybe a little isolated. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
A lot of damage onto HLU with the tank not quite there to support them. Repulse once again demeched at the start of this fight. However, Ponky is finding the first kill onto Grumpy Muck. The rest of the team, they're stacked together so much. And Zalan's in a little bit of a vulnerable position. However, he is finding the damage themselves. It's artillery coming in, but more importantly, Raouf finding 2 kills with the blaster. Okay. It's a late Rampage coming in, trying to get a little bit more heals here and some more damage onto Taichu. However, Zalan is going to be the one that's falling, and HLU, they're going to keep pushing this spot.
Man, that dance in the end with the ending Rampage from Zalan almost was so big. But you know what? Props, I want to reiterate, props for Ralph and Bing plays for these stellar supports of their DPS, because right now, oh, but a nice flank by Ponky as well. Goodness, see, this is the kind of offering that you need to go off on the side.
Wow, yeah.
Flanks.
So much damage coming in from the side. However, it is more so Team 1 finding the damage in response. Ponky is forced to run with the tail between their legs. However, does have the tactical visor if he decides to use it. Repulse kind of trapped here, taking so much damage. Gonna try not to get demected, does manage to get out. Healed up by Raouf. But it is Team 1 that's pushing the bot.
Oh my goodness, come on guys, corners, we were just talking about this. Yellow Bob Light has come out. Bob Yellow Light. Coalescence, more Coalescence. 2 Kamehamehas. Oh my god, that's going.
SpongeBob finds the first kill. Solokin's Bob taken out, and Bing plays trading it out. So a bunch of Coalescence kills in the start of this fight as Zalan takes out Taichu. However, Repulse falling super low is going to be demeched, and Zalan finds another kill onto Bing plays as the Steve is going to be taken out as well. And Team 1 keeps a hold on their lead as they're getting really close to taking this first point.
Yeah, both healers on both teams have been really consistent in enabling their DPS. Like, Solokin kind of can just stand there and right-click and has no fear. Well, not no fear, but they know that there's supports are supporting them. Oh, even then, just almost got knifed out of position. Big save by Kiriko Susu.
Taichu putting in so much damage here. However, it's going to be Ponky and Raouf. They're going to be ones to fall. Now it's a 3v5 on this point, and HLU, they are surrounded. They're not going to have any chance of bringing this back as Team 1 keeps it rolling.
Oh, dude, I'm looking at lost HLU. The Union, they really need to rally around their leader right now. Repulse is doing their best to shut down the Ashe on D.Va, but it just looked like, what was it? Bastion, Taicho, and I think Bink plays. They were just going off to the side. They were going to that doorway downstairs, and they were just getting isolated. Looking for their own fights.
A good teal from Repulse to try to clear this out. He's going to be going in first, trying to find some damage on there. However, it's a Rampage coming in from Zaptan. And finding a kill onto Binkley, who swapped over to the Zenyatta. Repulse taken out before they can get back into the D.Va mech. And this is another fight won from Team 1.
Yeah, that was a good attempt by Repulse to go in first, but they're just playing D.Va against too many others, whereas the ultimate of Rampage from Zalan just really goes through way too hard. Like, the anti-nade on both supports to kill just on our own really lets the tank shine, or lets Zalan's talents shine in that backline, whereas Repulse was unable to find anything with his ults.
Taichu sending in the artillery fire, does a lot of damage. Zalan falls, however, it's a Kitsune rush coming in, and Grumpy Muck finds a kill onto Taichu as the rest of Team number 1, they have just cleaned up the point, and they're going to clean up this series as they're getting closer and closer to the final point.
And I really like the Sigma pick at the last second, but it was unfortunately just a little bit too late. Oh no. But really, really nice performance in team number 1. Honestly, Solo King Zalan, like, Zalan was just a rock on Junker Queen. Didn't change, didn't decide to, didn't need to. Had to walk in and go in, and amazing support. I think. Wait, I don't think. Oh my God, Solo Kin. Yeah, look at him just right-clicking all the way down. Doesn't have any fear in the world.
It's over. I'm Solo Kin, and I have the high ground. He's
It's over,
cleaning
Solo
up.
Kid. Oh
GG's
my
exchanged in
god.
chat as it is going to be team number 1 taking the series 3-2-1 to move on to the finals of MEOW Division, which is going to happen
Hey.
tomorrow.
GG's, everybody. Okay, look, I know that HLU wasn't able to take the games in the end, but the one where they did well, they did amazing, and their team rolled. I would love to see more of that from them. And team number 1, stellar and steady performance, very consistently delivering on the damage and finding those picks early. We got to see a lot of exchanges between Ponky and Solokin, getting those first few picks. Grummook supporting his team by doing damage and helping out Salon as they push forward. Ralph and Bing plays, making sure that their DPS were healed as though their exchanges, and even though they didn't win all of their fights, the Taicho and Ponky were able to find a lot of picks really early because of them.
Yeah, some great stuff. Even though team number 1 is going to take the victory today, really enjoyed this game. I hope all the players enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, make sure you stay out there hydrated, chat. Make sure you're drinking. Make sure you have your monster energy so that you can also do just as good as every team that you've ever wanted to be as. Don't know if any of the players were able to have their own hydration during the mid-match. Maybe if they drink water, that's why they're doing so well. I'd like to believe that at least.
Definitely. Team number 1 going to be moving to the finals tomorrow against Alex Stryker. It's the team they're going to be meeting there. But anyway, that's the end of this broadcast. So thank you guys so much for stopping in. We really enjoyed casting this game, and we hope you guys enjoyed watching.
Yeah, thanks for having me here, Endertricity. I know that you're the host and the be-all and the sponsor of everything that we ever do. It's a pleasure to work with you. Chat, you are lovely. I love having you guys in my chat. It's so good to see you, and I hope that everyone does well. Congrats again to team number 1 for their victory today.
Thank you. Signing off.
Cheers!